What would you do if the one you loved most was stolen by the jaws of a monster, and the only way to find peace was to gamble your life against death itself? In the ancient forests of Nagaland, when the world was wild and filled with spirits of beasts and trees, lived a young man named Ranphan, a man brave beyond measure, respected like a chief though he was no king. People trusted him, for courage ran in his blood. Ranphan was born in Zukumki village, but when his people sought richer lands, they moved to Tialongchum, carving a new life deep inside the thick forests. The land was rich, the rivers sang, the soil was kind, but the shadows were full of teeth. Wild animals prowled endlessly. Every sunset carried fear. Yet with Ranphan among them, the villagers stood firm, their spirits burning like fire through the darkest nights. Until one terrible day, a monstrous tiger, a man-eater with eyes like burning coals, attacked the village. In the bright light of day, it tore apart 9 women, 9 precious lives. Among them, carrying life within her, was Ranphan's beloved wife, the heart of his world. When Ranphan heard the news, it was as if the earth itself split open under his feet. Grief swallowed him whole. The village fell into chaos, sorrow and fear ruling every breath. The elders, their faces pale with dread, decided to abandon the village. "There is no future here," they cried. "The tiger will hunt again. None will survive." But Ranphan would not run. Standing before them like a mountain, he roared, "I will not leave. I will kill the tiger with my own hands. I will cut off its head for my wife, for my unborn child. I leave tonight." The villagers wept. Some begged him not to go. Some turned their faces away, unable to watch a man walk into death. Ranphan prepared carefully. He slid 10 small pieces of bamboo onto his fingers, a clever trick to measure silence. He sharpened his yantung, his trusted machete, until it gleamed like the moon. Every move he made carried the weight of vengeance. That night, the forest swallowed him whole. The air was heavy with the smell of blood. Under the shivering trees, he found them, the bodies of the slain, laid out in a gruesome line, like fallen stars across the ground. Without a flicker of fear, Ranphan laid down among them, making himself still, his heart a silent drum. And then the tiger came. It moved with terrible grace, sniffing the bodies one by one, speaking in a growl that sounded almost human. "This one I caught near the river. This one I pulled from the woods." When it reached Ranphan, it sniffed, snorted, and moved on. Tigers, he knew, only ate what they hunted themselves. Then the beast, belly full, circled once and dropped into slumber not far away. Ranphan began to test its sleep. One by one, he cracked the bamboos on his fingers. Tiny sounds in the endless dark. Each time, the tiger's ear twitched. It was awake. It was listening. Only one bamboo stick remained. "If I break this," Ranphan whispered in his heart, "and it still stirs, I will die. But if not, I strike." He broke the last bamboo. Nothing. The tiger slept on. In a single, breathless moment, Ranphan leapt up, his machete flashing under the cold stars. And in one swift, perfect stroke, he sliced off the tiger's head. The forest itself seemed to sigh. The terror that had haunted the village was no more. Weeping, Ranphan buried his beloved wife among the sacred rocks, whispering prayers only the spirits could hear. Then, lifting the tiger's head high, he marched back toward the village, his voice splitting the dawn. I have killed the tiger. I have avenged you all. The nightmare is over. But the villagers had already fled, believing Ranphan dead. They had scattered chaff across the ground, hoping he might one day follow the trail back to them. Ranphan, clutching his prize, followed the broken path through the misty forest. Along the way, he stumbled upon a woman lying abandoned by the trail. Her body was ravaged by a terrible skin disease, left to die in loneliness and pain. Through cracked lips, she whispered. A snake circled a leaf and hissed, Monk Sulo is my name. Find the leaf, rub it upon me. Ranphan, without hesitation, searched the forest and found the sacred leaf. Gently, he applied it to her broken skin. Before his eyes, a miracle unfolded. The sores melted away. The woman's beauty returned, radiant and alive. She was Mongsulo, a woman thought lost to death, now reborn. Ranphan and Mongsulo married soon after, building a life from the ashes of grief and the hope of healing. They were blessed with a son and a daughter, laughter filling their home once again. And when Mongsulo's parents, who had believed her dead, heard the news, they came weeping with joy, blessing the couple and their growing family. Today, if you travel to a Kuk village in Woka district, they say Ranphan's Yantung, the blade that felled the man-eater, still lies in a Kuk village, deep within Woka district. Few have seen it, and fewer are allowed to. It rests like a sacred memory, hidden in silence. The blade that carries a legend, born of love, vengeance, and the unbreakable spirit of a man who refused to surrender.